Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something absolutely crucial for our well-being: boundaries. Think of them as the secret to keeping your life in a healthy balance, making sure your relationships are actually nourishing you instead of draining you. Imagine your well-being is like a pure, clear glass of water. The goal is to keep it clean and energizing. But two things can start to cloud it up. First, you've got the salt. Think of this as the negative, toxic, or just plain draining people and situations in your life. A tiny bit. Maybe we can handle it, but too much, and that water becomes totally undrinkable. It's vital to recognize that you have the choice to cut them off completely to reclaim your peace. But then, there's the sugar. These are the sweet people in our lives. Our family, our friends, our partners. We love them, of course. But sometimes, even too much sweetness can become overwhelming and throw off the balance. This is often the hardest part because we feel guilty. We think, how can I set a boundary with someone I love so much? But by establishing healthy boundaries, we can enjoy the sweetness of our relationships without sacrificing our own emotional stability or self-worth. Remember the saying, good fences make good neighbors? It applies to our loved ones too. So, what does it feel like when that balance is off? When your boundaries are enmeshed, it's like your personal glass of water has just gotten murky. You might find it almost impossible to say no. You're constantly trying to please everyone around you, driven by a deep fear of rejection. It gets so strong that you might not even know what you truly need or want anymore. You just end up looking for validation from everybody else, and in that state, your own needs get completely lost in that cloudy water. But there's another side to this coin, a total opposite extreme. What if, in an effort to protect your water, you just freeze it solid? Well, that's what rigid boundaries look like. You might feel totally closed off and find it really hard to trust anyone. Maybe you're super quick to cut people out of your life at the first sign of trouble, and you end up feeling misunderstood and just alone. See, the water is pure, sure, but it's also completely inaccessible. You've protected yourself, but you've also isolated yourself. The real key here is balance. The solution isn't about building these impenetrable walls of ice. It's about learning how to build a good fence. Healthy boundaries aren't rigid. They need to be flexible because life circumstances change. There will be times when we make slight compromises for family or close friends. That's just part of the understanding that close relationships demand. However, these adjustments should never come at the expense of our core values or well-being. So what exactly is a healthy boundary? It's that clear, gut feeling of what's okay for you and what is definitely not okay. The most important part, they are firm, but they are also flexible. They're designed to protect your self-respect, not to isolate you from the world. And when your fence is in good shape, you'll start to notice a few things. You can say no without being totally crushed by guilt. You can directly ask for what you need because you're clear with yourself and others about how you want to be treated. You have a strong sense of who you are, and you share personal things in a way that feels safe and right for you. We need different fences for different parts of our lives. You need a fence for your time, like saying, my evenings are just for me and my family. You need one for your emotions, like, I feel uncomfortable when you speak to me that way. You even need boundaries for your finances and your physical space. Recognizing these different areas helps you pinpoint exactly where your glass might be getting a little cloudy and which fence needs some attention. As you start building these fences, it's totally normal to feel some pushback, especially from inside your own head. First, and maybe the most important one, is this: setting boundaries does not make you selfish. It means you're practicing self-care, and that is absolutely essential for your well-being. Next, you are not responsible for other people's emotions. Your only job is to communicate your needs kindly and clearly. How another person decides to react to that? That's their responsibility, not yours. Finally, let's totally reframe the word no. Saying no honestly and kindly actually prevents resentment from building up, which makes it one of the most caring things you can possibly do for the long-term health of any relationship. So, I'll leave you with this question to really think about. Take a good, honest look at your own glass of water. What's the balance of sugar and salt for you right now? And based on that, what kind of fence do you need to start building today to protect your peace? Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.